Hey there, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about lying to the police, in particular, to lie against your family to fulfill pranks like swatting. So I just filled out a form and I got this packet from Coventry Police Station. This is going to be the evidence surrounding the report that my sister, Amy Paul, made against me the night before Mother's Day, claiming that I was attempting duodide or something that rhymes with duodide and a intentional overdose live on Twitch. As you open up the packet, I took the CD off. They had submitted evidence against me. Apparently, while I was live streaming, I looked down or I stretched my neck, and they really slowed it down. Right? They slowed down the footage really bad so that it stays in that downward motion. So we're gonna see what the police have to think about that exactly. So this is the list of incident people as well as evidence recovered. The past 2 pages that I just showed there. All right, so here we're going to get into it. I'm going to have to select it so that I can make it bigger so that we can all see. Okay. 6/3/2024 at 11:31 hours. Brian Kiesling and his wife Victoria responded to headquarters to speak with a lieutenant or higher ranking officer regarding an ongoing family issue. Prior to speaking with Brian, I conducted in-house checks on him to review any recent calls we have responded to. I located multiple calls for service associated with Brian, all regarding issues with his family, mostly with his sister Amy. I noted one report Officer Fernandez had taken 24/10/10 OF. The report covers the same issues Brian would later tell me about, and had also emailed a typed statement from his wife and copies of text messages between them, Brian, Victoria, and Amy. Officer Fernandez viewed these messages and determined they did not meet criteria for cyber stalking. I escorted them into interview room 1032 and spoke with them. Brian talked at length about various family issues he had had for many years and feels though they are victimizing him due to his mental health issues and past history of substance abuse, which he stated he has been sober for quite some time. He also claimed his sister has tried to interfere with his business by contacting clients and informing them of mental health struggles. He then placed several stacks of printouts, which appeared to be well over 100 pages, onto the desk and began going through them and explaining them to me. He recently attempted to get a protection order at Kent County Courthouse against his sister, Amy Paul, and was denied. He stated the judge hearing the petition told him he would not be granted the order due to no criminal charges being associated with his complaint. Brian said the judge told him if criminal charges were present, his sister would be arrested. She would grant the order. After speaking with Brian for over an hour, I asked him specifically what brought him today. Brian stated on 5/11/2024, the Coventry police responded to his residence approximately 23:30 hours due to a well-being check on him that had been requested by the Tiverton Police Department. He later wrote in his statement that he felt though his sister and niece used the stigma of my background to fulfill what is known on Twitch as a swatting prank, and their concern is no more than harassment, referred to attached written statement. Brian writes he feels like he had been a victim of swatting and wants to press charges against his sister Amy. I told him that I would complete a report and forward it to our prosecution division for review, but did not think a requested well-being check on him would meet the criteria for a charge associated with swatting. The two then exited HQ shortly after. After I had ended my shift, Brian returned to HQ and dropped off a SP micro adapter memory and card, 16 gigabyte SanDisk, and wrote another statement stating he had made detailed videos on his incident, referred to attached. I asked dispatcher DeRuggio's if she would search the call. I need to blow it up a little bit bigger. Would search the call number 241034 that was placed on 5/11/2024 at 23:1100 hours for the well-being check. Dispatcher DeRuggio's was able to locate it and played it back for me. The request had been made by Brian's sister, Amy. During the call, Amy told dispatcher DeSantos that she had received 2 videos her brother had posted on the internet and felt as though he may be overdosing. Amy stated the video had been posted approximately 20 to 30 minutes prior to them being sent to her and calling. So my niece in Florida is the one that is on Twitch as well, and she's the one that took the screenshots or whatever and doctored up or edited the videos. We're going to talk about that on the next page. It gets very interesting. Dispatcher DeSantos asks Amy if she can see any drug paraphernalia in the video, or is it just of him? She replies that there are 2 videos. The first video, he is obviously nodding out, and the second looked like he had been snorted. He may have snorted what appeared to be cocaine. That he used to snort heroin and fentanyl at one point. She also stated he had left a dead friend at a house in Tiverton many years ago. Wow. When asked, Amy sent the 2 videos. Now you can tell, right? Like, she's just calling up there. I'm just concerned, and he also left a dead friend in a house, and I just really want you to go over there and fucking bother him right now and have a reason to hate him, right? This is her concern. When asked, Amy sent the 2 videos to the dispatch desk cell phone. I reviewed the 2 videos, which appeared to have been recorded on a cell phone, while the video was playing on the internet. The videos are not very good quality. In one video, it does look like Brian is nodding off. In the second, shows him bring his fingers to his nose, appears to snort something, and then brushes off the table and desk in front of him. Okay, we're gonna see what the real officer has to think about that, right? Due to the discs provided, Brian being from an unknown outside source, due to the discs, the department policy, I will not be viewing them on a department computer, but they view Kayla's shit on a department computer from an outside source. I will request that Ms. Broggy set up a safe system, if possible, that will allow me to view the contents. See how ridiculous, dude? Like, absolutely fucking ridiculous. This is how Coventry Police decides to act. You know what I mean? Oh, you got something stupid against him. Now we're going to see what the real cop thinks about this shit. I forwarded the 2 videos Amy had sent to Miss Broggy, asking that they be attached to this report. I also asked that he attach a recording of the original phone call made by Amy to his report as well. Based upon my investigation, specifically reviewing the provided videos, I feel that any reasonable person watching them and knowing Brian's past struggles would be concerned enough to contact the police department and ask for the well-being check be conducted. There is not enough evidence to support any charges related to swatting. I will forward this report to prosecution division. Here's what this officer thought of the actual video. On 5/11/2024, 23:17 hours, dispatch received 2 videos in reference to the well-being check on Brian Kiesling. The videos depicted a male identified as Brian Kiesling video streaming himself playing a video game, in where a frontal view of Brian playing was overlaid on top of the video game in the background. In the video, it can be observed that Brian looks down several times as he was stretching his neck or potentially nodding off. Yeah, no, if you were to see the videos, stretching my neck. I'm wearing a work shirt. I had been at work all day long. It was pushing midnight. It should be noted. This is the middle paragraph. It should be noted that the video is edited and appears to have been slowed down substantially as Brian's movements do not appear natural and have the appearance of skipping as associated with watching a video at a slowed rate of speed. The video also had a TikTok username of Kayla Ferreira 934 watermarked to the video that would indicate this video had been previously downloaded and re-uploaded to a personal social media page prior to being sent to Coventry Police Department. If it was a real emergency, they would have called Kayla would have called Coventry Police Department directly, not posted it to social media and then sent it to my sister. My sister calls Tiverton Police. Tiverton Police call Coventry. Y'all ever play that game telephone when we were kids? Right, and it starts off one message and it goes to the next guy and goes to the next guy, goes to the next guy, and by the end it's a completely different message. That's exactly what happened here. The video, technically username, downloaded and re-uploaded to a personal social media page prior to being sent to the Coventry Police Department. A check of the TikTok social media page at Kayla Ferreira 934 was private, and the video was not able to be viewed publicly on the page. And the last page are just the minutes of when the call came in and stuff like this. Now, by page 6, and this is the one that is the most important, right? The officers know, he puts it right there, that it should be noted that the video footage is completely doctored up, right? And this is what they're willing to do. If you look, we got bogus accusations of them against me, that I'm a pedophile that we've talked about in other videos, that I'm a kidnapper that we've talked about in other videos, that I'm a junkie that we've talked about in other videos, right? They'll even go to the extent to make fake freaking videos and then send them to freaking police. Now, you would think that they would get charged with falsifying a police report, right? And submitting bunk evidence. Hey, but they're all in the club though, right? First responders, teachers, town councilmen. Oh, wait a minute. All right. So I thought that this was very prevalent to make a video about and go over the entire thing front to back, show everybody in complete transparency exactly what the Coventry Police think about my sister and Kayla and their antics, right? And that this right here is going to be used against them very soon in the court of law. Hey, thank you everybody for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.